So, good day everyone. Good day is everyone and especially good day to our instructor. I am Mabel Prima together with my partner, Ms. Ruby Ramona Cadag. And we are here to tackle about the Philippine Constitution, which is the 1899 Malolos Constitution. So, let's proceed to our discussion. After the signing of the truce that um, the truce po means yung pagkakasundo-sundo ng mga bansa or isang agreement. It is an agreement na nagpapatunay na or nakalatag po doon or nakalagay na nagkakasundo na po sila itigil yung biglaan or yung anditan sa pagitan nila. So, yung Filipino, after daw po nun ng pagkakaroon ng agreement nila, yung Filipino revolutionary leaders nag-accept ng bayad mula sa Spain and went to exile in Hong Kong. After the defeat of the Spanish, the Americans in the Battle of Manila Bay on May 1, 1898, the United States Navy transported Aguinaldo back to the Philippines. So, um, to have an overview or a little knowledge about what is the purpose of Malolos Constitution, yung Malolos Constitution daw po it is a very important document of the history of the Philippines. So, may original version po yung constitution na yun, pero nakasulat po siya in Kastila, na yun po ang unang naging official na wika ng Pilipinas. So, yung Kongreso ng Malolos na kilala bilang pambansang asambleya, siya yung bumuo ng Malolos Constitution. Ito po yung assembly na pinatawan or together with the nahalal ng unang Republika ng Pilipinas, First Republic of the Philippines. So, ang mga kinatawan ay nagtipon sa simbahan ng Barasuan sa lungsod ng Malolos, Bulacan. So, yung pinaka-purpose po talaga ng Malolos Constitution is to give the law or the system of the government sa panibagong itinakdang republika. Ito po ay naglalaman ng mga provisions and ito po yung tatakbo ng mga karapatan and tungkulin ng mga mamamayan natin. So, dito po papasok yung pagkapantay-pantay ng mga tao sa harap ng batas. At other important principles of the government. So, see, the newly reformed Philippine Revolutionary Forces subverted the control of Aguinaldo, and the Philippine Declaration of Independence was issued on June 12, 1898, together with several decrees that formed the first Philippine Republic. Ito na nga po yung sinasabi ko na patag sila, nagsapatag po sila ng Malolos Constitution kasi gusto nilang mas paigtingin or mas talagang i-force na magkaroon ng freedom and equality sa itinakdang First Philippine Republic. So, the Malalas Congress was elected, which selected a commission to draw up a draft constitution on September 17, 1898, which was composed of wealthy and educated men. Yung Malolos Congress po, nag-elect sila ng mga komisyon para mag-draft ng Constitution September 17. Pero kinakompose ito or nakasali po lahat dito is mga nakapagtapos na lalaki at mga mayayaman, mga kaya sa buhay, mga wealthy talaga sila. The document they came up with, approved by the Congress on November 29, 1898, and promulgated by Aguinaldo on January 21, 1899, was titled The Political Constitution of 1899 and written in Spanish. The Constitution has 39 articles divided into 14 titles with 8 articles of transitory provisions and a final additional article. Ito na po yung the Political Constitution of 1899. kung isi-search po natin sa Google, siya po yung mga articles ng mga laws na nakalagay. So, to have ano po, added informations, yung Malalas Constitution ay one of the aspects na nag-strengthen, nag-strengthen ng isang malaya at democratic na government for the Philippines. So, the Malalas Constitution gives us Filipinos um, the hope and the of inspirations to have our own freedom, to have um, to be more specific and hopeful countries. Dito po pumasok yung pag-asa ng mga Pilipino na makalaya sa anumang pananakop ng ibang dayuhan. The document was patterned after Spanish Constitution of 1812 with influences from the charters. Yung Spanish Constitution po ng 1812 is na-influensyahan ng mga charters ng Belgium, Mexico, Brazil, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Guatemala, and the French Constitution of 1793. So kung makapansin po natin, lahat ng constitutions and other laws, provisions na pinatutupad o anything na pinatutupad dito sa loob ng ating bansa is talagang may tulong galing sa ating bansa. May mga other additional help upang may sa katuparan po yun. Kasi as we can see right now, we can move without the help of other other countries. So, parang magiging sila po yung magbibigay na sa atin or nag nagpapa-strengthen palalo upang may sa katupad pa natin yung want nating batas na alam natin na ikabubuti ng lahat ng Pilipino. So, but aside from that, based on my research and um, based on the articles that I have read in Google po, yung the pinaka the pinaka purpose po ng Malalas Constitution ay nagbigay ng isang batayan para sa pamamahala ng unang Republika ng Pilipinas. Ito po ay naglalayong itatag ang isang malaya at demokratikong pamahalaan na nagtataguyod talaga ng freedom and equality and rights of all the Filipino peoples. So, let's proceed. According to Felipe Calderon, main author of the Constitution, these countries were studied because they shared similar social, political, ethnological, and governance conditions with the Philippines. Yung mga nabanggit pong countries na ano po sa atin, balikan po natin, na ito po, yung nag-influence po sa atin is yung Belgium, Mexico, Brazil, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Guatemala, and the Constitution of 1793. Yung mga countries na nabanggit po yan is nakita or na-study po na kaya po nagkaroon ng tulungan or pagkakapit kamay bisig ng countries ng bansang ito kasi we, the Filipino people in the other countries and the countries na nabanggit po sa last slide natin is nag-share po daw tayo ng similar, pagkakaparehas na social when it comes to socialization, sa pakikipagkapwa, sa political, pare-parehas po tayo sa mga paniniwala when it comes to political, to ethnological, and especially when it comes to governance conditions. Kaya po na-impluwensya ng mga bansang ng Pilipinas o nagbigay ng tulong sa Pilipinas kasi because of that reason. So, prior constitutional project in the Philippines also influenced the Malola's constitution, namely ito po yung ilang constitutional projects na naka-influence din po upang mag-create yung Malolos Constitution, which is yung criteria. Yung criteria and sangguniang hukuman po, based on my research, is yung criteria ng Katipunan was written by Emilio Jacinto. Isa po siya sa mga naalala natin sa mga pinuno ng Katipunan noon. Dito po nakapaloob sa sinulat na to yung mga principles, mga tuntunin, at mga adhikain ng Katipunan sa past history natin. Then, dito po, nilalayo na magsilbing gabay. Ito po yung nagiging guide ng mga Katipunan noon upang mas maipaigting or maipagudod yung kalayaan at pagsasarili ng Pilipinas noon. While on the other hand naman po, yung sangguniang hukuman, it is a system na itinatag ng Katipunan. Ito po yung pinubuo or it was embodied by the ng mga hukom na nagpapasya sa mga kaso at paglabag sa mga tuntunin ng Katipunan. These two aspects na nakapagbigay din ng influence sa Malolos Constitution is a very important part of the history of the Katipunan. Kasi while yung criteria is nagpapahayag ng principles and adhikain or wants, dreams of the Katipunan, while yung sanggunian ng hukuman is siya naman po yung napapatupad ng katarungan and the discipline sa bawat mga Katipunan. Kaya they are the one who influence why we have this kind of 1899 Malolos Constitution. So, the Charter of Laws and Laws of the Katipunan written by Emilio Jacinto in 1856, the Biak na Bato Constitution of 1897 planned by Isabelo Artacho, the Venus Constitutional Program of the Philippine Republic of 1898, the Provisional Constitution of Mariano Ponce in 1898, that followed the Spanish Constitutions and the autonomy projects of Paterno in 1898. So as we can see po, we have many aspects, we have many concepts and many di mabilang or maraming nakapag-contribute to create this kind of institution na walang ibang hinangad, walang ibang wants but to have a freedom and ipaglaban yung kalayaan ng bawat Pilipino, ng bawat karapatan ng Pilipino sa bansang Pilipinas, especially yung nasa history part pa tayo kasi doon maraming sumasakot, maraming nagtatangkang parang alipin, Pilipinin ng buong Pilipinas. But because of this constitution, because of our Katipunan people, because of the history, historian, heroes, those of the heroes. As we can see right now, history is very important, and Malolos Constitution has a great impact, and it was one of the constitution na nakapag ambag ng marami, especially when fighting or when makikipaglaban when it comes to freedom. So it's all about that's all for me, an overview and a little knowledge and information about the Philippine Constitution 1899, which is the Malolos Constitution. So let me give this mic and to discuss the primary source or the preamble of the political constitution of 1899. And so the spotlight will be yours, Ms. Rubbie. Cadag. Thank you so much for listening.
Primary source: Preamble of the Political Constitution of 1899. We the representative of the Filipino people, lawfully convenient, in order to establish the justice. provide for common defense, promote the general welfare, and ensure the benefits of liberty. Imploring the aid of sovereign legislator of the universe for the attainment of following political these ends. Have vote, decreed, and sanctioned the Constitution. As a direct challenge to colonial authorities of the Spanish Empire, the sovereignty was retroverted to the people. A legal principle underlying the Philippine Revolution, the people delegated governmental function, the servants, while they retained actually sovereignty. These are the direct reaction to failures of the Spanish government in the Philippines, where the friars were dominant agents of the state, and Article 4 is to be popular the form of government according to Title 2. Representative, alternative, and responsible, and shall exercise the three distinct powers. Distinct powers is the legislative, executive, and judicial. So, bago po tayo pumunta sa tatlong yun, i-explain ko lang in short explanation about po sa political constitution. The 1899 political constitution encapsulates the spirit of the Filipino people's struggles for independence and their vision for a free and democratic nation. It serves as a guiding light for the rest of the Constitution, outlining the fundamental values and principles that the government should uphold. The preamble declares the Filipinos' desire to establish a democratic, representative, and responsible government. It emphasizes the importance of freedom, justice, and individual rights. Tara po tayo sa legislative. Legislative power was vested in a unicameral body called the Assembly of Representatives, members of which are elected for terms of 4 years. Secretaries of the government were given seats in the assembly, which meet annually for a period of at least 3 months. Bills could be introduced either by the president or by a member of the assembly. Some powers not legislative in nature were also given to the body, such as the right to select its own officers, right of censure, the interpellation, and the right of impeaching the president. Cabinet members, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and the Solicitor General, a permanent commission of 7, elected by the Assembly and granted specific powers by the Constitution, was to sit during the intervals between sessions of the Assembly. Executive power was vested in the President and elected by a constitute Assembly of Representatives and Special Representative. The President will serve a term of 4 years without election. There was no vice president, and in case of a vacancy, a president was to be selected by the Constitute Assembly. The 1899 Malolos Constitution was never enforced due to the ongoing war. The Philippines was effectively a territory of the United States upon the sign of the Treaty of Paris between Spain and the United States, transferring sovereignty of the Philippines on December 10, 1898. That's all. Thank you.